All right, y'all. How y'all doing? Welcome back to Dead Spot Podcast, episode 17. Another week of Pick with the Bros. We got my guy Kousin Ker as a returner, Kel's a returner, and this week we had my boy Bo. He couldn't make it last week. He had work, but we here. We live this week, week 5 picks. We gonna get it going. As you probably seen, Dev took another week. You know what I'm saying? 12-3, about as close as you can get. You know what I'm saying? Hey. But that's neither here nor there. We on to new and better things. So let's see if I can make it 3 weeks in a row. Because I also beat Kerwin 2 weeks ago. But that's neither here nor there. Here we go. Before we get into the picks for the week, we got to go with Dead Spot tier. So we got to get into it. It's been some movement going on. Some disappointing losses happened this weekend. Some stuff we got to be realistic about. So, actually in this tiers, we know Kerr a Raider fan. The rest of us is Niner fans. Both teams took a drop. It just is what it is. Let's see how it go. But starting off with trash, I think Kousin Ker be happy with this first team, Pittsburgh. They made their way down to the trash list. I'm tired of them. Like I said, Big Ben. If they don't get rid of him, I'm on board with it. If they don't get rid of him, they're going to stay right here. I don't see them turning their season around. I don't see them doing nothing. Like you said, not only do they need a quarterback, they need an O-line. You can't need an O-line and a quarterback and think that you anywhere but trash. So that's where we at. That's the first team. The rest of these teams pretty much stayed the same. The Jets, like I said, they got Zach Wilson, but after that, it's kind of fishy. You know what I mean? Detroit, they got a long way to go. Atlanta, they got enough talent to be better, but I just don't see it with them. Houston, obviously with the Deshaun Watson, all of that, they just chaotic. The Jags and Philly, I just don't see it. I don't believe in them. That's my bottom tier. I just think that those teams need to just all start fighting for that number one spot. Might as well just start tanking it now, man. It is what it is. As we move up, another team to the okay teams, but not playoff teams, we got the Saints. The Saints had to come down. They took a bad L this week, in my opinion, to the Giants. Not only did they lose, they was winning. When I first checked the game earlier, they was up, and I'm like, oh, my pick that went left. They let them come back. They let them win. Saquon Barkley. Kid, I get this. You predicted a couple weeks ago. You text me, hey, man, look like Saquon's starting to turn it around a little bit. Well, guess what? You were right, my guy. He's back on track. Yes, sir. So New Orleans had to take a drop. You can't be losing to the Giants, who last week was on the trash line, and think you're going to still be in playoff contention on my list. The Panthers, they had to drop as well. Like I said, the McCaffrey loss, Horn loss, I just don't see them recovering. I think unless he come back, I think they're going to come back in like 2 weeks, but I see them losing probably this week and maybe even next week before he get back. So I see them kind of going in the wrong direction. They had to move down. Chicago stayed solid. Bengals stay where they at. Like I said, they got young, good quarterbacks. They got their future. That's a good starting point. But Chicago need a line, and the Bengals just need to keep going how they going. They doing okay. They building fine, I believe. Like right now, I think they 3-1 right now. But I just don't see, and I could be wrong, but I don't see that continuing. Like maybe they should have been higher, but for me, I just can't see. I don't know. I don't see this maintained. I don't see them winning these division games. I don't see them doing that. But if they win again this week, they have no choice but to be coming up. But right now, I'm going to keep them solid. Miami right there, Tua's still out. I don't see Jacoby doing really that good. I mean, taking them to another level. But they're not a trash team. Their defense still cool, but they're not in playoff contention right now. The New England, everybody gonna give them hella credit because they almost beat the Bucks. But like I was saying on last week, it's his first game back after 20 years. That was gonna be a tough game for him regardless. Bill Belichick, with the way he schemed defenses, this is why Tom Brady and the way this man brain works with this defense is the reason they even was able to win 6. So if anybody know Tom Brady, it's Bill Belichick. They was Shaq and Kobe and Shaq for 20 years, however you want to put it. So I wasn't expecting that game to go too much different than it did. So I'm not going to give New England too much credit, even though Mac did look okay. He didn't. I mean, they got a real simple game plan for him. But as far as it go, I mean, he still had to face the GOAT. and almost was a field goal away from winning. So I got to give him some credit for that. I mean, he didn't play spectacular, but he didn't make a lot of big mistakes. I think he had one turnover, but nothing crazy for a rookie against Bill Belichick. And we know what Bill Belichick, I mean, not Bill Belichick, against Tom Brady, who he took over for. He knew the pressure. That's a lot for a lot of people to handle. Some people might not have been able to even play as good as he did. So I give him credit, but not enough to move him up on this line. And then my Giants, you know, I picked them before the season. I think I smell a run coming on their ass. They had to move off the trash line. You got Saquon looking good. I knew it was gonna take him a minute. Danny Dimes not looking too bad. And yes, I'm calling him Danny Dimes. I don't care what y'all say. I think they right here. Let them get a few more wins, and boy, is they coming. Because they still in the worst division in football. Don't forget that. All right, now let's move on up to teams that actually matter. Playoff contenders. Unfortunately, first team on this line would have to be my Niners. Now, we done took a big drop. If you tuned in last week, they were on Super Bowl contenders. Now we done dropped 2 tiers. The reason for that being, I expected us to beat the Seahawks, and we'd have won against Seattle. We'd have been second in our division. We'd have been tied with the Rams at 3-1, but we would have been 1-0 in division. They'd have been 0-1, so we'd have been second. But instead of second, we're fourth because now we're 0-1 in the division. We don't know what's going on with our quarterback. Now Jimmy hurt. Kyle told me he ain't got no game plan in place for Trey. So, like, I don't even know what's going on with our team right now. Is Trent going to play? So hey, man. But I still think we're good enough to contend for the playoffs. I just can't see us being any higher than that. You can't be a favorite to go to the playoffs and you fourth in your division as it stands. That's just not realistic. So they got to be moved down. The Titans, I also moved them down, which I still think they got a good shot at winning their division, but they only up 1 game on the Colts, and they haven't been playing great lately. So it's like, I mean, they had the good game early against Seattle, but I don't know. They're not trending in the right direction. I still think they should be the favorite in their division, but the Colts is kind of coming up on them. I don't really know if they just favored them or I had to move them down for this week. The Raiders had to come down. They took a loss. They are 3-1, and the Chargers are 3-1. They 3-1, 3-1, and the Chiefs is 2-2. Oh no, Broncos also 3-1.
Yep.
And the Chiefs is 2-2. But like we all know, the Chiefs are coming. It's just realistic. They finna run off a few games in a row and be right there. Now the Chargers for right now had the tiebreaker over the Raiders. I don't know. Right now, they still in playoff contention. They still have a shot, but they had to get moved off the favorite line. Broncos at 3-1, they still here. I'm not that sold on the Broncos, but they 3-1, they right in the mix of it. They currently third. I mean, they tied for first in their division right now, so it would be disrespectful. I feel like to have them any lower than that, even though I'm still not that sold on. Vikings, Seattle. I know people might why they didn't move up, but they're also 2-2. They still they third in the division. I don't know. Like, they haven't been playing great. They played good against us, but before that, they wasn't looking good enough to be a playoff favorite. And it's just, I don't know. Between them being shaky, us being shaky, I don't think right now we deserve to have 3 teams favored to go to the playoffs. Even though I still think we could get 3 teams in, but this is a week-to-week list. As this week stand, I don't see us favored to have 3. That's just not. I'm trying to be as realistic as possible. I moved up Washington and the Colts because the Colts, like I said, they 1 game back in their division. All Carson Wentz could do at this point is continue to get healthier. You got 2 bad ankles. Like, at some point, they're going to get better. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he gained some confidence last week. Hopefully, they just keep trending in the right direction. But 1 game back, they at least in contention. And I also had Washington in contention. They right there. I mean, if they get they need a win this week, but they still in position. And like I said, when you in that division, 1 game back, 2 games back, that's not a big deal. That could happen instantly. And the Cowboys been looking good, but at any point, things could turn back left. So I couldn't leave them any lower than in contention. So with that being said, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 of those 8 teams will not make the playoffs. So 4 will not off that line. Moving up into the nitty gritty. As of right now, playoff favorite, this line kind of skimp. I got the Chargers. I had the Chargers last week, contenders, and the Raiders his favorite. Had to switch them now that the Chargers have the tiebreaker for now. Same record. And like I said, the Chiefs is coming. I don't see them I don't know. It's hard to really say right now the way that things is going that any division is going to get 3 for sure teams in. So with them losing the tiebreaker for right now, they still play another game. It's still much more time to go. The Raiders could catch back up. If they beat them later on in the season, we'll be talking again. But for right now, with the tiebreaker, it had to go to the Chargers. The Browns, I still think the Browns are sitting pretty. I don't believe in them as a contender for the Super Bowl yet because I don't know. Baker's not having that great of a season. He's been kind of under the radar. Ain't nobody really talking about it. Everybody expected Baker to come out and do great this year. I feel like that's all I was hearing in the offseason. Oh, the Browns. Oh, Baker, this is his year. I haven't seen it. I don't know. But they still in a good position to make their defense is too good. The run game, Odell, we're going to try to work him back in. But Baker, to me, is not on the list with these quarterbacks that's on Super Bowl contender or best team. So that's why, strictly because of Baker, they're a playoff favorite and not contenders. The rest of their team is still top tier. But Baker, I haven't seen it. I want to get y'all opinion on that once I get finished with this because I don't know. And then we got Dallas. Right now, Dallas looking good. They're looking like one of the best teams, but like I said, I just don't fully believe in them yet. Just because that division, I know it could turn. They could be looking good, and they could run off 3 straight L's quick. So they favorite right now because they lead their division. They've been playing well. Zeke had over 100 yards this week. Just like Saquon, he's starting to get his footing. Like he's starting to get things together. And if he do have a little time when he needed, Pollard's still there. Obviously, the receiving core is crazy. Schultz been doing his thing as a tight end. That kind of came out of nowhere. But and then what's the other dude named Jarwin? And so they got weapons. And then Gallup is still on the pine waiting to come back. So when he come back, that's just another weapon to add to it. So right now they the best team in their division. If you're gonna be the best team in your division, you got to be favored to make the playoffs. Now let's get into it. These teams right here, these 6 teams these 7 teams right here have the best chance of going to the Super Bowl. Most of this list haven't changed. Only was one change to the top. We got the Bucks still. Hey man, they got Tom Brady still looking like he in year 14, 15. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's still looking good. The only question I would have about them, they DBs is suspect. You can beat them with the pass game. So if they match up against, let's say in the playoffs, if they match up against a Dallas, like how they did in week 1, but 4 months from now when Dallas has been rolling, that could be a scary matchup with all of them weapons they got on the outside against the Bucks. Is it come to a shootout, and if Dallas get the ball last, hey, obviously we know it's having the time get the ball last, but if Dallas get the ball, I could see them upsetting them in a round 2 of the playoffs or something like that. Or even the Packers with what they do with Devontae and all of that. They scare me with their DBs, but they still got crazy front 7, the best run defense in the league right now. They still got weapons on AB working his way back. So I still feel like they right there. The Chiefs, obviously they the Chiefs. As long as they got Mahomes, Tariq, and Kelsey still playing at a high level, it's not much after that, but that's what they got. So, and that's what and them 3 is all top, if not the best of their position. Top, Tariq is probably top 5. I can't really, I don't know. He top 5. Let's go with that. He top 5. Kelsey, probably the best, if not number 2. And then Mahomes is the best player in all of football, not named Aaron Donald. So as long as they got them 3, they right there in contention. The Ravens, it's not much to say about the Ravens other than they have Lamar Jackson. Like I said last week, they still got him. It's good to go. They still trying to work out this run game and who's gonna be their running back. But I think they got time to do that. And I still think with that defense, even though defense ain't as great as it used to be, I still feel like it's good enough to make stands when it stops when it need to, shown against the Chiefs. And even a little bit against the Raiders, even though they ended up still losing that game, they made some good plays when they needed to. Lamar don't fumble, they probably win that game as well. Packers, they don't move. The Bills, ever since week 1, been blowing out. Even though they haven't really played nobody since week 1, they've been playing some cupcake teams, but we'll see how it go. If they could keep balling how they balling, hopefully they can get Stephon Diggs involved. I'm still waiting for his big game to come. So for them to be putting up 40 and 35 and this and they ain't even getting their best player or second best player involved, it's still a lot for them to go. And in this team, man, I really did not want to do it. I didn't want to do it, but damn it, I had to do it. Arizona. They had to get moved up to contenders. They undefeated. As I predicted last week, they beat the Rams, which was a great win. Even though I know they almost could have lost to the Vikings, but they finding ways to win. Like I said, that's impressive. You can't be 4-0. The best division in football, you're number one in that division. You have to be contenders for the Super Bowl. Now, I'm still a little like I just want to see if they could like stay healthy and how it's all work out. But there's no way they're not right there right now. And then the best team in football, the top of the top, it still got to be the Rams for me. Even though they lost to Arizona, when I look at it, they're still the most complete team on both sides, in my opinion. A division, I don't know. I don't think one division game. We all know what division games look like, especially in our division. Our division is crazy. You could be the worst team in the division and sweep the number one team in the division on any given year. Like it's just crazy. I still think that they're the healthiest team. They got one of the best D line. They got one of the best receiving cores. They got a solid running back. They got one of the best DBs. Some people say he the best. I think he top 3, top 2. But I don't know. I'm just not enough for me to move them off the line yet. For me, now if they lose again, we could find a new team. But right now, I still feel like they're the best, most complete team. Still got to give it to them, fellas. They're spot tiers. What y'all think?
Well, I don't think the NFC East is the worst division in football anymore. I think it's the AFC South.
Write that down. AFC South.
The fact that the Colts are even in it right now, playing as bad as they are. The Texans is damn near in it. I knew Todd Downing was going to do this to that offense, and it sucks. Granted, he didn't have Julio and AJ this week, but I don't know about that division. In terms of the tiers, I thought most of them were pretty spot on. I like them a lot. I personally don't see how you could beat the best team in a division game, and pretty handily too, and not have Arizona be the best team. But everything else, I feel like it was right there.
So you think they deserve to be the best team in football?
They beat the best team, and it wasn't like they squeaked by either. They beat them.
They did beat them for sure.
They beat them bad.
Okay, so if that's your argument, Kerr, when the Niners beat the Cardinals this week, will the Niners move up? Will they jump up 2 tiers? Will they jump up to be the best? Well, not the best, obviously.
Talk to me nice.
But
talk to me nice.
I'm hoping we keep the same energy. That's all I'm saying.
Can we answer that? Don't start. You're not on mute, brother. Answer your question.
I'm hoping for consistency. All right. The Chargers beat the Raiders. They switched. The Cardinals beat the Rams. Nothing happened. I don't know.
All right.
Well, listen. So what I tell you about that is, to me, I feel like the Chargers and the Raiders was already neck and neck. I don't feel like Arizona is just as good as the Rams. I feel like they called them in a division game. I don't think if we go player for player, talent wise, like depth wise, like you was talking about, I don't think that they right now there. The Raiders and the Chargers, though, I feel like you could make the argument. Well, you did actually make the argument last night that the Chargers are the most talented team in the AFC West. Was that not you?
Sure. Yeah.
So listen, so they the most talented team. They're more talented than the Raiders, and they just beat them. That's enough to move
and squeaked by. It was 21-14. People were sweating. Oh, here comes DC, MVP candidate, and then he choked. He did what DC does. I'm not even surprised about it. You were texting me, you throw open your mouth? No. I'm telling you, people are so surprised because they watch the Raiders on national TV and it's, oh, they might have it this game. Oh, it's getting interesting. They might do something. No, brother. I've watched enough Raiders games. I know what's going to happen. But they were right there. Had them 21-0 in the first half. All of a sudden, it's 21-14. They driving. And then all of a sudden, Derwin James shows up finally.
Listen, 21-0 was what it was. They was getting smoked. They made their way back. They had a good third quarter.
And still in the game. They were getting smoked, and they were still right there. But down to their 4th cornerback on the roster. I don't know, brother.
So we ain't gonna act like, okay, like y'all had the one good drive, y'all scored the first touchdown, then you get the PI. I don't know, man. It wasn't like y'all was just driving. Y'all, Derek Carr just chucked the ball, closed his eyes and threw that thing as far as he could, and underthrew it. But that's neither here, and that's not a debate for now. But they got the PI. I mean, bro, the game to me was never that close, bro. I don't know. I was never worried. I was sitting at the house, kicked up, telling Angie to write 12-3 on the list because I figured I had that game won. I wasn't even really that concerned. I honestly, I don't know. Maybe y'all was. I was sitting here chilling, playing with the baby. I don't know. But I like what you're saying, but I just, like I said, it's just something I don't know. It's hard for me to get the Cardinals that if they got to show me a little bit more for me to say that they're the best team in football.
I get it.
But anything else y'all would change? No.
Nah, I mean everything is pretty spot on. I know last week I tried to convince you with the New Orleans thing.
And they bounced their ass right back to where they should have been.
Yeah. So I definitely agree with you with that. But nah, Arizona as like Super Bowl contenders, I felt like that was what they showed last week. That was like the performance to show like, all right, they're for real.
Yeah.
So
And
but everything else was pretty spot on though, if you ask me. You know, I feel like the Niners thing, that was right. You know, we had to drop the Raiders for sure. You know, they were there, but they had to, you know, I mean, it is what it is, you know, consistency. That's what Kerr says. So I mean, and it's been pretty consistent.
Okay. Yeah, I was hoping Kerr wasn't too mad about the Raiders Chargers, but it's just what it got to be, man. It's just what it got to be. And then when you said they was the most talented team then I wrote it down even. I rewrote it. I was confident once you said that. I was like, okay, that's all I needed to see. Felt good about it.
Right. It's a good team. They find a way to lose stuff all the time. So I'm not too worried about it in the long run, but
that sound like y'all.
It's a talented team. Hey.
Justin Herbert better than Derek Carr?
I mean, one's the MVP candidate. So I mean, I would say skill for skill, pound for pound. I think Justin got more skill than him for sure.
That's all I need to hear. Going with that.
He's not playing better, but he got more skill than him.
Played better yesterday.
Team did, yeah, for sure.
Justin was balling.
He was.
Justin was balling.
He was.
Oh man, but I ain't finna do the Raider thing. You know, we took our L2 this week, but Carr did kind of look nervous.
He had a bad week. I'm telling you, when he gets spooked, it's a different quarterback, man. And even with that bad game, he's still leading the league in passing yards. So he'll be all right.
That's good. Not good enough for him to stay where he at on my tiers. Let's move into these picks. So this week is early enough in the week. We getting the Thursday night game in it. I'm glad this is the Thursday night game we started with because, man, is this going to be a good one. If this team is the best team, like I'm saying, they'll do what they need to do. We'll see how it go. Okay, let's get into it, Bo. It's first week making these picks, man. Let's see how you do. Kale came in last week. I don't know. He finished third. I don't know. Yeah, Rudy, you going to come in and make a better first appearance? We will see. Will Kale bounce back? Will Kerr get off the snide? Let's see how this shit goes. Game 1. Rams versus Seattle. Tell me whoever want to go first. The floor is yours.
Rudy, come on now.
All right, Mr. Consistency, I got you. But I'm taking the Rams on the Thursday night football. Let me tell you, I like them division games. It was my thing. But let me tell you, like last year, I like this matchup, bro. I'm not sold on Seattle just because they beat us. Our game was close too. We was in it, even when it didn't seem like we was. I agree with you, Dev. I agree, maybe not the best team in football, but in the NFC, I think the Rams is the best team in the NFC for sure. So I think they're gonna beat Seattle. I like the whole Even last year, they split the series with them, and that was with Jared Goff. Now they got Matthew Stafford. Jalen Ramsey is going to shut Metcalf down like he been doing. No problem. No worries. Rams got this one, man. I'm taking the Rams.
Hold on, brother. You can't just say, the Rams the best team in the NFC. Who your best team in football? Then your show was quiet when I was asking questions.
What you mean?
You said, well, I don't know about the best team in football, but the best team in it. So who the best team in football to you?
We're going to come back to that.
Yeah, all right, we're going to come back to that then, because I just, I'm catching everything. You can't just be throwing it out there and think, feel me? Kerr, talk to me.
Man, this is tough. Seattle coming off a big dub, LA coming off an embarrassing loss at home, and they in Seattle.
Yep.
I had to go with the Rams. I think that was the wake-up call they needed. I'm not that high on Seattle. I picked them to finish last in the division at the beginning of the season. I'm sticking with that right now. Fighting for either third or last. I got Matt Stafford from the boys.
Kill, what you looking at? What we thinking?
All right, so
Uh-oh.
Rewatching the game. I had to rewatch the game because, you feel me?
Right.
I was at the Niner game with the gang.
Feel me? No, we in there.
But rewatching the game, what gave the Rams problems was the mobility of Kyler Murray and the balance of the offense. Like, you had to put up points in order to hang with the Rams. You got to play some defense though, but you have to put up points.
Right. And
I feel like the Seahawks can do that. With Russell Wilson, his mobility, I feel like they can do that. But I don't know if they can run the ball as well as Arizona did. So, but they in Seattle, so I'm going with Seattle.
Ooh.
I'm going with Seattle. Yeah. I think, Russell Wilson is going to be the key. If DK Metcalf is shut down, they still got Tyler Lockett on the other side, but Russell Wilson will be the key.
Okay. So we got Rudy and Kerr with the Rams, Kel with Seattle. Kel, I got to leave you by yourself. I went with the Rams as well. Only because, like you said, they lost last week, and to defend my tier that them as the best team, it would only be right for them to bounce back and take care of business. 2 L's in a week, 2 L's in a row, 2 division games, that'd be huge. And it's like Matthew Stafford, this is your time to really show like who you really are. I feel like you're super talented, but this is your first time in the real division, really fighting for something. So like, if you're gonna do it, man, let's do it. Like, if you're not, then you feel me? Was it really worth it? These are the games they brought him in to win off the tough losses, so they don't start running the wrong way. So I'm going with the Rams. This next one was a horrible one. I don't even know. The Jets versus the Falcons.
The toilet bowl.
I'm saying,
I kind of I ain't even gonna lie, I kind of flipped the coin with this one, and I just went with Atlanta. Atlanta looked good playing last week. Cordell Patterson went crazy out the backfield, outside on the at wideout. So I mean, I'll just go with Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta. What y'all thinking?
I'm taking an underdog on this one, man. Some was saying the Jets the whole time I was looking at it, because I spent a lot of time on this game too. But I think I'm gonna take the Jets, man. I like that win that Zach Wilson got last week. He's still developing, so I think that gave him a boost of momentum that he needed. So I'm taking the Jets.
All right, Rudy. Jets. Kerr.
This one wasn't that hard for me, to be honest with you. I'm a lot higher on the Jets than a lot of people are, I think. I think they got a nice little receiving core out there. It's getting a little slept on. Zach started against his first win under his belt, playing against the Swiss cheese defense that is the Falcons. I got him. I got the Jets in London.
Okay. Man, Kel, we leaving you on the island right now. If there was ever a chance to catch up in the standings, boy, it sure is it. Because I took the Jets too. I ain't gonna lie, Kel, I kind of did like you. I ain't really know. Like I ain't too high on these teams. I don't know what Kerr talking about in this receiving core that slept on.
I don't either.
Sleeping, but
Got some
I had,
talent up there.
nah, Corey Davis and them, like, yeah, all right, they, but
I like Elijah Moore, but I mean, other
Yeah.
than that,
Denzel Mims. You just named 3 people right there. How many people you need?
but is they? I don't know. Wait, hopefully they like that this week because I'm going with them too. Packers, Bengals.
I got the Pack. I think this one Cincinnati comes back to earth a little bit.
Okay.
I think they've been doing good. I think if they had T. Higgins, it'd be more competitive. But I think that the Packers defense is going to be good enough to put Jair on Chase, and put Stokes on Tyler Boyd. Not going to shut them down. Like, they still might get something, but this might be the week that they kind of come back to earth a little bit, start settling into that nice third place spot in the North.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that one going too well for them.
What y'all thinking?
Yeah, I'm taking Green Bay too. I don't even know if the Bengals, or they don't know if they're gonna have Joe Mixon. The Packers' weakest point is their run defense, so I don't think they're gonna get too much going there. I don't think it's gonna be like a blowout or nothing, but I got Green Bay.
I think it's gonna be a high scoring affair, but I do think Green Bay will take it though.
Ooh, y'all all picking Green Bay. Got me wanting to go with the Bengals, but we're gonna make it a clean sweep. I'm gonna go on and go with the Packers too. I ain't gonna even do it today. I'm just gonna go and ride this one out. Lions, Vikings.
Minnesota. I will rock with Minnesota. I mean, it's division game too, so I think Minnesota would be too much for Detroit.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about this one too. I like these division matchups. And the Lions is 0-4, so is the Jags. I don't know how much longer these teams gonna keep on losing like this, but I don't think this is the week for the Lions. So I'm taking Minnesota too.
Just like how I think the Bengals coming back to earth, I think the Vikings finna go on a nice little run here. Even their losses, they're not that bad of losses. There's no such thing as a good loss, but they're in these games. This is not one of those games they're going to be in. Vegas got them at minus 7.5 right now. I think it might be bigger than that. I got them. You can't Jet and Thielen out wide. Cook coming back or not, they don't have the firepower.
Okay, yeah, that's another clean sweep. The Lions not finna do me again this week. I took them last week. I don't know what I was doing. I'm not even finna talk too much about them. I ain't got nothing for them. Broncos, Steelers.
I don't think the Steelers are going to go 1-16, but this is not where they're going to get their second win either. I think the Broncos play good enough. Now, Teddy B, a concussion, man. I'm not a big Drew Lock guy at all. Man, I thought Derek Carr was inconsistent. Man, Drew Lock is a walking interception. So, if he's in the game, it'll be close, but it will not be close enough. I definitely got the Broncos in this one.
Yeah, what you think?
I don't know why I keep doing this myself, but I'm gonna choose Pittsburgh. I don't know why. But I'm choosing Pittsburgh, man. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't believe in the Broncos. I like the Broncos defense, but
yeah,
I'm just rocking with Pittsburgh. Hopefully they get on track. This will get them going, and then get back.
Bo, what you gonna do? Break the tie. We got Broncos, Steelers.
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Rudy, Bo, John, Kill.
Yeah, because I don't think Teddy B is gonna play. So they ain't got. Drew Lock ain't gonna be able to do it against them. I'm not even finna. That's not gonna happen. They possibly ain't got Patrick Surtain either. So who is gonna guard Deontay Johnson, Claypool? They missing a lot of pieces. Two of their best people is out on the line. So I don't see them winning. So I got Pittsburgh.
Teddy B out.
Teddy B got a concussion. They don't think he's gonna play.
Mm, mm, mm. Kerr, I ain't leaving you alone. I ain't trying to hear that. If he don't play, Drew Lock, come on. We gonna get it. I can't, bro. You can't bend his knees, bro. I don't think y'all understand the severity of this shit. Like, he cannot bend them. They have no O line. Najee he's out there to die right now because they ain't got no O line, and the quarterback can't go under center. It's a lot going on out there. I just don't know. Kerr, I'm rocking with you.
It's ugly, man.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
ugly.
I don't know if they're going to win at 16, and I'm not the biggest Broncos guy either, but I'm all the way off the boat on the Steelers. I don't care. Dolphins, Bucks.
I'm rocking with the Bucks, man. I'm rocking with the Bucks. Dolphins fooled me. Well, it might have been the Dolphins, it might have been the Raiders. I don't know, but nah, man. Losing to the Colts, that's a tough loss. They don't got it going right now.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Tampa Bay as well. I think that win last week, get them going. They struggled a little bit offensively, but I think they go find their stride again this week.
Okay.
This one might look like a clean sweep. I'm taking Tampa Bay as well.
Okay. Yeah, it's a clean sweep for me. I mean, they still two is still not back. I don't see them even having a shot. The Bucks played, like I said, they had a close game, but that was him going back home game. I don't think that this even close. I think this is a blowout. This next one, Saints, Washington.
See, this one, if you recap to last week, you said James had a good first game, bad second game, good first game. Didn't play too well last game. So he due this week.
Uh-oh.
So he's due this week. I got the Saints. It's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be that big much of a blowout, but I got it on the road.
Yep. Whoa.
This one I had to kind of think about, but I'm taking Washington. Saints is missing their starting center and their left tackle. Logan Thomas is out for Washington, but I feel good about this one, so I'm taking Washington.
Okay. Okay, what you got? We got one Saints, we got one Washington. Where you going?
Man, the Saints just be pissing me off, man. But I'm rocking with New Orleans.
Rocking with New Orleans back-to-back weeks. Let me see. Kousin Ker say Saints. Rudy say to Washington. Hey, man. The Saints going to let you down 2 weeks in a row, man. We going with Washington. Yes, sir. Hate to do it to you, Kerr. I did say it. Jameis is due. But as I also stated, in them first 3 games, even though he played cool in 2 of them, he still only had 390 yards combined. So his great games or his good games have still been low-key mediocre, which I will say I am disappointed in because I've been talking for James all summer, his whole career. So it's disappointing, but Washington, here we go. If they're going to be in contention to still get their division, these are the type of games they got to win. So I see them pulling this one out. This one was also kind of Eagles, Panthers.
Well, man, let me tell you, I was high on the Panthers last week. I'm still pretty high on them. I don't see Christian being out is big, but I think Chuba getting his feet under him maybe a little bit, just something. Sam Darnold's still playing pretty good. Eagles are not. It'll be a close game at the end of the score line because they scored a lot of garbage time TDs. But I was real high on the Eagles at the beginning of the year. I'm starting to waver now. I'm going with Panthers.
Before y'all go, I'm sorry. I just be having to go because Curry, you said that last week you did not admit to them garbage time TDs because you know what I'm saying. I tried to tell you when you was talking about them Niners, I said we was on them and they scored late. What was the final score? I'm just glad you admitted to garbage time TDs.
And there was a trash team on your tiers, and y'all beat them by 2 touchdowns. So I don't know. I don't know.
Because of the garbage time TD.
One touchdown with the garbage time TD.
Come on. They only had one.
Hey, y'all had two. So,
like I said,
Kerr, consistency, Kerr. We need it.
Hey,
Consistency.
preach it, brother.
I'm talking to you.
Everybody.
we need it.
It changed week to week, Kel. This is weekly tiers.
Okay.
Weekly.
They still got to be consistent within them weeks, brother.
Hey, a lot can change.
Kel, what we doing, man?
I'm right here, man. Let me tell you, man. I'm going with Carolina. I'm going with the boys in Carolina. Like Kerwin said, I like the way Sam Darnold was playing. I was sold on Sam Darnold when he was with the New York Jets. It wasn't him. It was that franchise. Now he done got to a better team. Now he's starting to do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Deb, where you got him at right now on your tiers is where they supposed to be right now. But I'm telling you, by next week, that's going to change. And it's going to continue to change throughout the season. They about to go on a nice little run, especially with CMC coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking Carolina.
Let's do it. Preach.
About to go on a run.
About a nice little run, too.
Rudy Bo might be Sam Darnold's biggest fan, y'all, that just tuning in that ain't really seen Rudy Bo on these episodes. He love him some Sam Darnold.
I root for Sam.
Yeah. He wanted the Niners to go get Sam.
Definitely did.
So, I mean, Rudy was just spitting facts. So, I mean, definitely wasn't Sam. It was definitely the Jets. I will agree. I mean, even Kerr, I mean, y'all both made good points, about Carolina.
Kel, a USC fan.
I'm a retired USC fan. Retired USC fan. That's another story though. But I mean, I was watching Jalen Hurts, giving KC problems.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is KC, and that defense is phony. So I'm picking Carolina. But watching Jalen Hurts last week, and I kind of want to see what he does this week, to a solid, pretty good defense. I do have Carolina winning, but I'm keeping my eye, on Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, and those guys. So, yeah.
Now, I've been giving y'all a hard time, but y'all know if anybody don't believe in Jalen Hurts, it's this guy. So I went with the Panthers as well. I just wanted to give y'all a hard time. I'm not picking Jalen Hurts, so this is what we doing. Sweet. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I had to show him some type of love.
Yeah, man, And shout out to the former Bama guy, Oklahoma guy, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? He did an interview a couple weeks ago, and he still claimed us. He said he claimed both, so I got to still show him a little bit of love. But no, not this week. The Panthers going to go and do that. They better get it done. Kerr had me feeling good about it. They better get it done, man. Then these next bums that messed up my record last week, it was supposed to be, you feel me? I was moving the Titans and the Jags. Will they blow another game to some bums? Is what I want to know.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to jump out on a limb and say no. But say no. They learned from that. They got to put Tennessee away. I mean, not Tennessee. They got to put Jacksonville away.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what's going on up there in Jacksonville. I can't even blame Urban Meyer because Jacksonville been a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they was missing both Julio and AJ Brown, and that's you putting a lot on Tannehill to get it done. But I do got Tennessee getting it done this week to some bums.
Okay, they beat the bums, says Kel.
And free Miles Jack. Miles Jack got to go. You got to.
Got to. They out there some bums. These are some real bums we talking about. But what y'all think? Do the bums get it done?
Listen, I told you about them teams who ain't won the game. I don't know how much longer they're gonna keep on losing. Jacksonville gonna keep on losing, dog. It's not even no. Titans got this one.
Kerr, what we doing? You feeling crazy, or what we doing?
Hey, man. Kel, man, you had me going in that first half. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought you was finna see the light, but I think they get off. I think this is it. I think that especially if Julio and AJ are out, nah, brother, nah. They're gonna have to win at some point, bro. And Urban Meyer, this might be the one where he's like, I really got to coach my ass off to save my job, or he keep trying to lose them. Don't matter to me. But I think the Titans and Todd Downing, bro, that's not it. That's not it. That's the worst division in football, and it's about to be evidence of it. It's gonna be an ugly game, and Trevor getting his first one this week.
Yeah, I ain't buying none of that. I'm sorry. I ain't gave Titans. It was sounding good. I wanted to let it simmer for a minute so you could have that little moment. No. Got to go with the Titans. If they lose this game, oh boy, I will be eating their ass up on my next episode. If they lose to them, and the Jags did look cool at first half against the Bengals, but that was another young team versus young team. So I was like, okay, let me try to show out because I'm going against another. You feel me? That was his first time. He playing some young guys. He thought he could do it. Still didn't get it done. Don't see it this week.
And they lost that league. They was winning the game.
Yeah, that's not a good look. To a Bengals team that's not quite there yet themselves. So that's not. Got to go with the Titans. Even if they don't got their receivers, which they might have one of them back.
If they got one of them, see, this is the thing about picking this early in the week. If they got him back, I would go the Titans. But as of right now, you don't know. AJ Brown always hurt. Julio due to miss at least 2, 3, 4 games a season. So I'm rocking with the Jags.
Patriots, Texans.
Patriots. Next.
Whoa. So that's a blowout?
I don't think not gonna be a blowout, but it's not gonna be a good game. It'll be like I would say like a similar score to what like y'all did to the Eagles. Of like it's gonna be a dominant, just one way game, and then they might score some garbage time to make it look like they did something. Okay. Davis Mills is not that guy. Mac Jones is the guy enough against that defense to win that game.
Okay.
I agree with Kousin Ker. Feel me? New England.
New England.
Yeah.
Well, what you doing?
I'm taking New England too. Ain't no Tyrod Taylor. Davis Mills is not in the best position to win, so I'm going with New England.
Clean sweep. Ain't much to talk about. The Texans might be the worst team in football. They're right there for it. The Patriots aren't great, but they definitely are the better team. Got to go with them. This next one is interesting. Bears, Raiders.
I got the Bears.
Oh.
Got the Bears this week. They down.
Oh.
And this is what happens when we pick on Tuesdays and we just played yesterday. So what the injury report might look like on Sunday, you never know. But 4 cornerbacks down, let alone we to Justin Fields or not, is not going to be a good look. Offensive line playing the way that it is against them boys that I think lead the league in sacks now with 15. They had 1 the first week. In the past 3 weeks, they had 14. Nah, I don't know, brother. It's going to be tough uphill sledding, but I think it'll be a cool game. I got the Bears.
Interesting.
Bears. Well,
very interesting. Yes.
Okay. Well, I actually had the Raiders winning over Chicago.
Okay.
I thought that loss against the Chargers in y'all division, I think Carr gonna make some adjustments. Bears is a little limited. They got Andy Dalton coming back. David Montgomery possibly isn't going to play. So I got y'all winning that game.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with Bo Killer with this one. I got Las Vegas winning this. They did lose David Montgomery. I think they say he's gonna be up like 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. So, and then if Andy Dalton's the QB, like, come on. I don't care. I don't care who you got lining up at cornerback.
Right. It's ugly.
It's ugly. In Vegas too. So, in Vegas fans, the Migos gonna be pumped up out there. So,
we know at home, but Man, if it's Justin, I don't know. If it's Andy, we got it. But
no, I think either way. I think it's the Raiders. Now listen, normally the way that Raiders could play, if this was a normal Raider season and they gonna be who they've been, start off good and kind of fall off. This is a game they lose. So Kurt was saying that they're gonna lose this game. Makes me feel like you're not that confident in your Raiders. But I don't know. Because this is a tough one. I went with the Raiders as well, but I'm telling you, if they lose this game, it seems like a pattern is gonna continue. I don't see them being this team that people think that they didn't got better. And this is not a must-win game. I'm not gonna say that. It's really early, but for that locker room, I feel like for Derek Carr, confidence, for all of that, this is a must-win game, in my opinion. Within just for their psyche. I don't know.
And
it definitely is a must-win to save the season.
Yeah,
Definitely is.
Just mental, bro. For they don't go, that should have go left.
Yeah, it could get ugly. And we talking about teams dropping tiers. Yeah, Vegas.
Yeah, you lose to Chicago, buddy. Uh-oh.
We got to bring in some offensive line, and we got to get some people back. We'll be all right. But I don't know about this week.
Okay. This is another good one. This had game of the week potential. Browns versus Chargers. Mm-hmm. This was a good one. It was tough picking game of the week. This definitely had game of the week potential. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It was tough for me even picking a winner on this one, but I went with LA. I like what Justin Herbert is doing. I like the way he's been playing. Now it definitely was close because I had Cleveland is doing his thing, but like you said, bro, Baker is necessarily himself not playing his best. But I like what Justin Herbert's been playing. He's been, like Kurt would say, consistent. That's what we're looking for. So I'm going with LA to win this one.
I'm with him.
You got the Chargers?
I got the Chargers. I think. I mean, it's tough because the Browns. Myles Garrett right now got a case for defensive player of the year. Their whole defense is going crazy. If anyone's going to stop him, it would be them. But I just don't believe in the offense right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what you think?
This one was tough, man. I can't even lie. This one was tough. But I think where the Browns is messing up at is they putting too much in Baker Mayfield's hands, man. He not that guy. They just got to admit it. He not that guy. But you know who is that guy? Jay Herbo. Mm-hmm. Jay Herbo, them Chargers go get it done. I think, I wasn't all the way sold, but after watching, Justin Herbert last night and everything, I feel like they could find a little stride and keep going.
Yeah. Like I said, man, you beat the Chiefs, you get hot. I think they're gonna run off a few. I thought some of y'all was gonna pick the Browns, but like you said, Kill, they put too much in Baker, and he's not who he said he is. I don't know why they're not leaning on the run game a little bit more than they need to. They need to. Kerr, you said Myles Garrett MVP. I mean, defense. He is in the discussion, but I mean, he had 4.5 sacks against the Bears that week. So it's like,
bro, he's a monster, bro.
No, he's definitely a monster. Yeah, I gotta go with the Chargers. I don't think the Browns, like you said, the offense not good enough right now, or at least they're not playing to their potential because they're not doing what they need to be doing. Like run the game, run ball, run, and then throw. Like they gotta switch it up out there, Baker. But I feel like they also trying to figure out if they're gonna pay him or not. So they trying to see like what can he do. So that's why you see if he can. If not, why would we give you this $200 million or whatever it is? So I feel like that's part of it. But they got to kind of get a fine line between trying to figure out is he the guy and continuing to win games. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got to be some balance. Because, hey, if y'all could win games, he might be a good enough guy for y'all to do that. You just got to find that balance. That's part of coaching and all of that. So we'll see. But, yeah, I think this is a clean sweep here. Giants, Cowboys. Division game. Kerr, we coming to you, big dog.
We the boys. Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now.
What y'all talking about, man?
Man, listen, man, the Giants, they had a cool little win last week against like a not very good team, though. So
yeah,
they run into damn near the hottest team in the league with arguably, you could say, one of the better cornerbacks coming up in the league. Originally, I think last week I was saying they were going to take a step back because they were actually going to, Trayvon's go over here, throw to somebody else. Whenever you throw it to him, he's picking it off. If you run to other people, they still playing good defense, man. Malik Hooker's a good pickup. That whole defensive line has been playing crazy. Randy Gregory had like 2 sacks. Like, man,
they balling.
It's a hot team right now, man. At home too. I don't know about I got the Giants. Excuse me, the Cowboys.
Yeah, this one was kind of like Kurt said. The Cowgirls is playing good right now. Everything, and I personally think that the Giants is gonna get one on the Cowgirls. It's just not gonna be at home this weekend. The Cowgirls on a hot streak. They're doing their thing right now, so I'm taking Dallas to win.
Okay. Yeah, why you over there cheeses?
Cause man, and this is a shout out to you, Dev. Man, you picked the Giants last week. Against the Saints, man, and rewatching a little bit of that game.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, he was giving the ball to his weapons, man. Kadarius Toney, thank God he finally got the ball, man, because he looked dangerous. You had Kenny Galladay. Everybody was just doing their thing. Saquon was looking, like I said, he was coming back to form. So they won in the Dome, and they about to win at Jerry's World, man. I'm rocking with the Giants, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Giants when they go on a run. If I had to say so myself, I was gonna say it. You said it good, so all I'm gonna say is, because you said what all need to be said. He stole all my little points. Daddy, Tony, Kenny. Let's do it. Now there's another game, Kerr, like I was talking about last week with the Cardinals and the Rams. I don't necessarily think the Giants yet is quite better than, like, more complete than the Cowboys, but I do feel like they're going to do their thing, man. Saquon, he reminded himself who he was last week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's finna get different this week. It's finna.
It might. I think listen, man, I like the Giants a lot. Their skill players is crazy. You go 4 deep, especially if Shep back, and you get Slayton too. But
hey, and I give you
boys.
Cowboys damn near the hottest team in football for sure. I will give you. They've been. The Bills been smoking people, but they ain't played nobody. So like they right there too for like hottest over the last few weeks. But yeah, I damn near give it to you with the Cowboys. They've been balling.
They damn near could be 4-0
for sure.
But that's why the Cowboys is gonna lose. Whenever everybody get up, oh Cowboys. Oh, they is who we thought they was. But also
13 carries for 34 yards incoming.
But also too, we gotta remember too, the Giants let that first division game slip away against Washington. I think it was by 1 point. So they know that this is an important game. So don't be surprised when they walk into Jerry's World and do their thing.
Come on, Giants. Y'all got it. You feel me? Y'all did me last week. Let's do it again, my friends. This one, here we go. Niners versus them Cardinals. Kerr, as the only non-Niner fan here, go on and pick the Cardinals so we can move on with our life.
I'm rocking with the MVP, K1 Speedway. Yes, sir. Let's ride.
Blowout?
No. It's tough. It's tough to say if it's a blowout or not. Their strength is your weakness, kind of like last week with Seattle. The secondary was the problem. They didn't really beat you like that last week, though. But you go 4 deep out wide. AJ Green had like 100. I think he almost had 100 yards last week. Hop's not going to get clamped by Josh Norman this week, or Jalen Ramsey this week. It's Josh Norman and whoever else is on the other side. So I think I got a big game from Hop coming. Evan is coming. AJ Green, Rondale Moore might pop back up in the picture. You never know. They still got Christian Kirk back there just doing cardio. So it's gonna be a track meet. And I think they just the fastest ones. Now, I think Trey Lance might show out, though. I think Trey Lance might show out. But the defense is hot now. They just shut the Rams down. I don't think it's going to do too well. You got Isaiah Simmons spying him now. I don't know.
We going to see, big dog. We will see. Anybody agree?
Let me tell you. No. Let me tell you something, Kerr.
Come on.
Talk to him.
Come on.
I love this matchup this weekend, okay? I heard what you just said. Okay, we ain't got no Jalen Ramsey. You right.
No.
But this is a division matchup, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we do, okay? We playing with a chip on our shoulder. We should have won that game last week.
You didn't.
And like Dave said, I ain't too sold on Arizona neither. I think Trey gonna come out and ball out this weekend himself. We got to win over the Cardinals this weekend, my brother. The same way I said how them 0-4 teams, I don't know when they're going to start winning. Cardinals ain't going to be 5-0 this week, brother. 4-1. Niners.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I mean, Bo pretty much said it all, man. But I will say this, though. Trey, I feel like he'll settle down a little bit. He got to make them throws. He got to stretch them down the field and just be Trey. Don't try to be who Shanny, who wants him to be. You got to be Trey. Scramble a little bit, but I feel like they're going to be trying to contain him a lot. So he got to make them throws. But I do got the Niners taking it.
Okay, and then for me, with Trey, I feel like, his first two throws was his worst throws. He threw it at Kittle ankle, and then he threw it into the 10th row to a happy fan, the second pass. After that, he looked at decent to me. And then what also it pissed me off with our organization, but it made me feel good about Trey. Kyle Shanahan admits to not having no game plan in line for Trey. So for him to come out and do what he did, to have 2 touchdowns, to still play good enough, we was at the game, so just to watching him avoid sacks, watching him keep plays alive. Now, hopefully, you got all week, Shanahan, you an offensive genius. That's what y'all telling me. That's what I've been preaching. That's what we saying. So if you got a week with a young stud, you should be able to put something in place. Obviously, we know how football go. This isn't training camp no more. He hadn't been getting that many reps with the ones because you got to keep Jimmy out there. So the few reps he was getting wasn't enough for him to really catch a rhythm. Now he get the whole week. He getting every snap. I feel like he going to put on a show today. I tried to pick him up in fantasy. Didn't quite work out how I wanted it to. But we here, though. Trade day, man. Trade area, all of that. This is where it comes. This is when it starts. Hey, just how Cap came in, you feel me, took Alex Smith's job and never gave it back. Uh-oh. Here we go. Jimmy on the market.
And people got to remember, too, I know it was a while ago, but I remember it like it was just like yesterday. When Alex Smith went out in that Rams game, Cap didn't come in looking too hot. We ended that game out with a tie. But that next game and the game after that, when they finally had, because they don't have that much film, they didn't have that much film on Cap, just like they don't have that much film on Trey.
Yeah.
They could probably go to the preseason games and watch a half of that Seattle game. So just watch out.
And Brad, this is just a side note. This don't got nothing to do with the game. You see Cap on the wall behind me, 7 game. You feel me? But listen, I feel like people forget what Cap was when Cap was doing it, bro. Cap was going crazy. Cap was something like we had never seen before. Cap was long striding down the field. Cap was going crazy. I just don't like that it be like all the disrespect. Bro, if y'all go back and look, the year after we lost the Super Bowl, he came back week 1 against the Packers and went berserk. He had one of the best games we've seen in our time watching quarterbacks play. They came on ESPN. We could go look up the tape, and they were saying, what did they say? Hey, man, this guy has potential to be the best quarterback of all time. I've never seen anything like this before. This is, oh, my God. Did you see how he just ran down the field and he did? Oh, my God, the long ball. It was all, they was feeling it. Now, that was an over-exaggeration, but that's what they was on TV saying. And the man said it. Did anybody say, oh, you tripping? They was like, hey, man, the potential is there, man. I don't know. I have never seen this before. This is something like, so now everybody want to talk about, oh, Cap this, Cap that. Cap was balling.
He was balling. like them throws and stuff, Mahomes and them doing like across the body bombs and stuff. Cap was doing that.
Come on.
Rolling to the left and throwing it back to the right. Come on, man.
But they won't talk about it because the media, they made us forget who Cap was. And boy, can we fall victim to the media. Boy, I tell you. Because people don't remember. Revisionist history is one of the biggest problems we got going on today with the media. People love to rewrite history. Cap, he a couple of bad play calls at the goal line, which I don't know when we got Calvin Johnson or somebody, but to run 3 straight fades in the Super Bowl at 5-yard line, I don't know when he joined the team. I didn't know. I didn't see him in uniform. So I don't know. I didn't see Randy Moss out there. I don't know why we did that. But that's what we did. So, hey, we ended up losing. But he was right there. He was balling in that game. People forget what he did to Green Bay. Green Bay, it's because of Cap. We talk about Green Bay the way we talk about Green Bay. We started whooping their ass with Cap.
With Cap.
A-Rod was Cap's bitch for about 3 years. For sure.
People forget the Cap showdown against Cam when Cam
when Cam was on top.
When Cam was on top.
Fat head in the room.
Man.
Kerr was all in. Cap said, "Let me get that."
Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Sorry to get off topic. I just had to get that off my chest. We got Cap full picture in the back. We don't usually have a full picture. Just had to get some love to my brother Cap. Still wrong how we do it. This is another discussion for another day, but I want to say it because I be forgetting. We need to talk about are my Niners cursed for what we did to Cap? Now, this is a discussion for another day. I want y'all to all think about that, and we'll be back a different day. But we can't stay healthy. We keep getting right there and then falling off. I just want to know, is there something in the water with the Niners? Because if so, somebody let me know so I can stop getting my hopes up every summer.
That Levi curse, brother.
You feel me? So we talk about that on another episode. It's the stadium?
No, it ain't the stadium.
Well, it's the captain. We'll see though. I don't know. But we got 2 more games to go. We'll get back on and finish this out. This game right here, I did pick as game of the week. I think this would be a good one.
Yes, sir.
Bills versus Chiefs. For this game of the week, we need a score. And because of what I think you about to say, I'm going to start with Rudy.
Come on, man. Let's talk about it. I'm waiting on this one right here, man. Because let me tell you something. I'm going to just come out the gate and saying I'm taking Josh Allen and them boys in Buffalo. I'm taking them to win this game. Why? Because this is a game that Josh Allen and the Bills need to win. Because this is the team they need to beat to get to the bowl, which is what they're going to do this year. I got Buffalo coming out on top, man, and I got them taking it all the way to the AFC Championship, and I got them going to that bowl.
So before we move on to y'all, so the Bills is going to the bowl. So is that why you said the Rams won? I'm not letting you off the hook. Is the Bills the best team in football? Rudy Bo on my podcast, let it be known.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
I like what you're saying because as the weeks is going on, it's looking definitely more like a Rams-Bills Super Bowl. But I would have to say the Bills because I had the Bills coming out on top.
So
that was the matchup.
Week 5, I just want it on wax. Week 5. Rudy Bo got the Buffalo Bills as the best team in football.
Week 5, Buffalo Bills.
Can I get a score, Bo?
This against the Chiefs?
Yeah.
34-31.
Oh, so a close game.
Close game. Yeah, definitely.
34-31. Okay, I like it. Kerr.
Man, I rock with Mahomes heavy. I really do, but look at the 2 teams. One of them's a bit more complete than the other one. The Bills, they both scored the same amount of points this season. They both scored 134 so far, except the Bills have only let up 44 points, whereas the Chiefs have let up 125.
Yikes.
That's plus 90 for the Bills, plus 9 for the Chiefs, for those keeping track at home.
That's a good stat right there.
I got Buffalo.
I'm
a Mahomes guy, heavy, man. That's my guy. But, man, they can't stop anybody right now. And it's not even like the Bills, like the last couple games have been close. Like they've shut teams out entirely. It's been, other than that fluke kind of first game in the first week against Pittsburgh, kind of squeaked one out. TJ Watt was still healthy. Dolphins 35-0. Trash team, neither here nor there.
Right.
Washington 43-21. Texas 40-0. So you think about it, how they really played anybody? You could argue.
Yeah. Is they weak?
I think so.
It's a must win for them.
It's a must win for them and their confidence. I think that they're going to look at this as a bigger game than the Chiefs do.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming in. We got to make a point, a statement to the league. Like Rudy said, we the new boys out in the AFC. I think they come squeak it out just because they wanted that much more, and they got the firepower to do it on the defense, man. So I would say, score wise, I'm gonna go. I think they keep up the 40 burger consistency. I'm going with 42, and then we're gonna go with 33 for the Chiefs.
42-33. Okay. Bo 34-31. Kerr 42-33. That was a really good stat. You said they plus 90 on the season.
90. 2 shutouts.
2 shutouts, and the Chiefs plus 9. And it's not like we said, the Bills ain't really played nobody. Excuse me, but the Chiefs haven't just had the toughest schedule in the world. So it's like for them to only be plus 9 is a little bit, questionable. Kill, what we got?
Man. This will be a good game, though. I'll tell you that. And then the first podcast we did, Dev, I wasn't too sure if Buffalo did enough in the offseason to get over the hump of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
And even though the Chiefs, the defense is, let's face it, the defense is horrible. I got the Chiefs winning this. I think, it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be an old-fashioned shootout for real.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mahomes, I don't know what it is about these primetime games, but Mahomes just show up. Sometimes he'll make mistakes, like all QBs do, but he just be making big plays, and he just have everybody, like he just remind everybody, like, all right, I could do this still. Travis Kelce be popping up. He, like you said, the best tight end, if not number 2. And then Tyreek Hill, Tyreek Hill got his hands full, with Trey White and everything, but I got the Chiefs, 37-31.
37-31.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, yeah, I think kind of similar to how to what was said about the Ravens early in the season. Like this was probably their biggest game. I feel like this is the same for the Bills because it's like the Chiefs is on the top of the hill right now, at least as far as the AFC go. And so it's not, you need to show yourself that you could beat them in order to do it later on. It's like more of a mental game because I feel like Mahomes is kind of getting into that Brady where it's like he's so good that it make you mentally just kind of start messing up. So like you kind of got to get that. So that's why I think that was huge for the Ravens. I think the Bills do need to get this one. I actually do see this being a huge game for Stephon Diggs. Like I said, the Chiefs might have the worst defense in football. I see this being a huge game. I mean, I could see 130, 40 yards, two touchdowns, 11, 12 catches. Like, I see it being a huge game for him. I picked Josh Allen to win MVP. So these are games he got to perform in. I expect a huge game from him. 4 touchdowns, maybe a rushing touchdown. And yet I'm still going with the Chiefs, bro. Like, I'm not finna play around with y'all. They just finna be losing. Like Kel said, we don't do this in prime time. This is not what we do. Hey, listen, man. Y'all got to be realistic with this shit. And I knew, Bo, that's why I wanted you to go on the hill and say the Bill. That's not happening on Dead Spots here. That's not where we at with this. I got the Chiefs. 42-31. I don't think it's gonna be that close. I think it'll be a shootout early. I think third quarter the Chiefs gonna pull away. the Bills gonna try to do something late. They gonna score. They gonna say, "Oh, we only down 4," and then Mahomes will throw another touchdown, and then we all go home and say, "Man, that was a decent game. I think the Bills did pretty good." But I don't see him losing to the Bills and the Ravens in the same half. No, I don't. I see Mahomes pulling that out. 42-31.
And see, what you saying that him losing to the Ravens and the Bills, that's why I think the Chiefs is gonna win. Because all y'all make good points. Like all three of y'all said, this is a must win for the Bills. I feel like this is a must win for the Chiefs. You can't drop one to the Chargers and the Ravens. You feel me? These are AFC contenders, and you can't do it again to the Bills. So that's why I think the Chiefs.
Hey, because they lose this game, they gonna start looking a little funny in the light. They'd be 2-3. Defense is bad.
That'd be all right.
I mean, how many weeks we gonna say they're gonna be all right? At some point, they got to start winning.
Yeah.
After this, they got Washington, Tennessee, and the Giants. They'll be all right. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be that kick in the ass they need. And in order to get it from Baltimore, they say, "Man, we really got to do something. Like we gotta look ourselves in the mirror and really start taking over, and then it's gonna be ugly."
So, bro, so they lost to the Chargers. Kev said they didn't look that good last week against Philly. That wasn't enough to wait out of a wake-up call?
They didn't look good. They still won. What's the wake-up call? They still over there fucking around.
Okay. All right. So we got Kerr, 42-33 Bills. Rudy 34-31 Bills. Kale, 37-31 Chiefs. And Dev, 42-31 Chiefs. Last game. Well, you're all right. You don't seem like you like my Bills comment. What'd you say?
I said I respect it. Don't even trip.
All right. I'm just all right. Last game. Colts versus Ravens. The Monday night in the week. What we going with?
I think this is gonna be I think it's gonna be a pretty good game. I think the Colts defense is pretty underrated, but I do think the Baltimore Ravens will take this. You know, I'm always rocking with Lamar. I'm gonna keep rocking with Lamar. Lamar do it for the hood, so it's Lamar all day.
What y'all got?
I'm going with the Ravens too.
Rudy Ravens. Convincing game, blowout. What do you think?
I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be a good game, like Kel said. I don't think it's gonna be no type of I think it's gonna be kind of like a shootout, to be honest with you. But I got the Ravens on top.
Okay. 2 for the Ravens. Kerr, what we thinking?
Bro, no, it's gonna be the Ravens, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, man. It's not. No, I'm not. Again, the worst division in football is the AFC South. Bro, there's nothing going on in Indy that I'm a fan of right now. Nothing. They squeaked by the Dolphins last week. That's cool, man. That's cool. They 1-3. You're not doing nothing. Carson, brother. Jonathan Taylor is cool, but I just don't know what's going on over there, man. I don't know. I'm going with be more.
So listen, bro. Damn.
So I make up some ground. Okay.
Yeah, you think. Right? Because Lamar, that's my dog. Lamar. Nah, I ain't gonna mess around with it. I got the Ravens losing to the Colts. Yes, sir, I do. Yes, I do. I don't know. Like I said, man, I don't agree with you, Carver. I don't think this is the worst the worst division in football. I just think they didn't had a couple bad breaks. A brother hurt both ankles, bro. Like, you feel me? That's just bad luck.
That's his MO.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I think they do it this week. I think they go back to back. Ravens, I'm still high on the Ravens. But you can't win every week, man. This is a week they're gonna take a hit. This is a week they're gonna fall off. And this is a week where I pull away again for my third straight victory on you brothers. Man, I'm telling you, I was waiting for y'all to all go Ravens. I didn't even have it circled. I was waiting to circle it on here so I could feel good about it. I had left it alone. But the Ravens, I do feel like they lose on Monday night. Yes, sir. So listen, that's the last game. We here again, week 5. We had some pretty bold predictions this week. We had some pretty crazy things. Both said I'm gonna have to ask the Twitter and the Instagram what they feel about the Bills. What y'all feel about that? Do they got a chance to be the best team in the AFC?
I think so. I don't think Bo too far off with that. And I think people kind of got my comments mixed up on the first podcast I did with you, the first episode I did with you. But I do think they have enough. They just gotta get that run game going, and they'll probably be one of the more balanced attacks in the AFC.
Do you think?
That was my Super Bowl pick. Was Bills and Tampa Bay. It's never ever actually goes how you think it's gonna go. I didn't see the KC Tampa Bay rematch. I didn't see that going running back. I've talked about KC and kind of what they lack. Now Josh Gordon coming in, we'll see. But I don't know.
Not that high on the Josh. It's just
Brother,
it's been every year.
Fun. It was fun 5 years ago, bro. It was fun.
It's getting a little old now.
Brother is 30. Now, I understand if he's in good shape, whatever. He's better than what they have right now, and that's perfect. They're not asking him to be Flash Gordon. They just need him to be somebody that's not 5'10" that runs a 4.2. That's all they need him to be, just something different.
And I will agree with this point, as I feel like I still agree that maybe slightly over the Ravens, the Bills do have the best chance of knocking them off if you just had to say who was built to do it. Mm-hmm. But I just don't see Mahomes. Now, if this would have been an earlier game, or if they would have beat the Ravens and or the Chargers, then maybe. But with them losing to both of them games, I feel like that's going to be in the back of their mind. I feel like they're going to come to play. And I feel like if who better else other than your top Super Bowl challenge, what's a better game to show who y'all really are than this game? So it's like, if they not, shit, they might get in. They not no locked in Super Bowl contender. I tell you that. They not finna keep losing and then just be chilling in dead spot. We don't do that. We'll move around. Ain't nobody scared of the Chiefs. So if they don't win this week, shit, we'll see.
Hey, pissed off Mahomes, that's something to be scared of, though. I don't know.
Very scared. If I was still betting with you, I might get back into it. I might have to take that. But listen, my good brothers, it's been real. It's bad time for my baby. So I got to wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? Much love to y'all. Thank y'all again. We will check in again and see how these picks go. Everybody tune in on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. We love it. Hey, we picked earlier in the week so we can have more dialogue, so we can have more interaction with y'all picks and things like that. So let us know what you want, what you think. And hey, none of us here are sensitive about our picks. If you disagree, let us know why. All I ask is that when one of us asks why, you can explain yourself. I don't have many rules. Just don't tell me, oh, you was wrong. But I don't know why. You're invalid. I just need a reason. All right. Everybody have a good night. Bo, thanks for joining us this week. Good to add you to the team. We'll be moving forward like this. Hey, man, for all of y'all that don't know, attached to this, the loser, we all going out the end of the season. The winner, don't got to put it on the bill. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do? Somebody might get a free steak off the bros. You feel me? But hey, everybody tune in. See y'all later. Peace.